Yo, 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 what's up, man? Welcome back to All Elite Hour with your boy, the Big Bad Booty Daddy. What's going on with y'all today, man? Y'all ready to talk about some All Elite action today? Are y'all ready? I hope so. But listen, man, let's start this off. Let's just jump right into this. Congratulations to the Mad King. Congratulations to Eddie Kingston on winning the Ring of Honor champion and also becoming a double champion. He's the I can't. New Japan got so many damn titles, bro. I don't know what he is. The open weight champion. He's a Ring of Honor world champion. Shout out to him. And that's a belt that, if you know his history, one of his best friends that passed used to hold that belt, named Xavier. He was a former Ring of Honor champion. So shout out to Eddie, man. He definitely deserved it. Right in the heart of New York City in Queens, New York, and Flushing. You know, he's the Bronx boy, Yonkers boy, but still in the heart of New York City. So shout out to the Mad King for that. Um, the disappointment that a lot of people, that a lot of my friends, a lot of people, because this is Hook City. Hook's from Queens, 6 minutes away from the stadium he lived, and they switched the format last night. Usually, if you ever been to a Dynamite show, usually they do the Rampage after they get done with Dynamite. They usually do Rampage after they get done with Dynamite. But for some reason, last night, I guess people was complaining about getting home a certain amount of hours, but it's New York. Nothing's on time. Anyway, it doesn't matter if something ends early or not. You're never going to get home on time if you're taking public transportation here in New York City, period. But anyway, they switched the format last night where they did the first, since they don't have Dark and Evolution no more, they did the first hour of Rampage first, and then they jumped right into Dynamite and did the second hour of Rampage after Dynamite. So yeah, it was kind of weird last night that they did that. That was definitely kind of weird that they did that last night. And a lot of people that was from New York City, a lot of people from New York City, um, they was very not New York City, but a lot of people from Queens, period, where I'm from, they were very disappointed because they didn't get a chance to see Hook last night. Hook had a tag match with Orange Cassidy, I believe, against Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange. So a lot of people was very disappointed in that. Um, Hook's our guy. We don't got too many people from Queens that wrestles, and we do, but they don't really do too good. We got Big Cass, Zelina, and we got Hook. You know, I don't know any others at the top of my head. We had Justin Incredible back in the day. Justin Incredible from ECW, if you remember him. We had him, but I don't really know too many others. Everybody else is from the Bronx. Eddie's from the Bronx. Homicide. Uh, uh, and I can't even name too. Tommy Dreamer. Uh, I think Bubba Ray's from Yonkers. So yeah, it's not too many people we get from Queens. Hook is our golden child. So yeah, so we're gonna jump into Grand Slam. Um what's let's see. Oh, shout out to Ray Phoenix also. Ray Phoenix and John Moxley had a hell of a match, even though it ended in a crazy botch situation. Moxley got injured early in the match. A lot of people think it happened off the driver, Ray Phoenix's finisher move. But it didn't. Accordingly, it happened to when he did the suicide dive with the stage and connected with Moxley. So yeah, Moxley has a mild concussion, but Moxley made an audible, man. I respect Moxley for that because we say what you want about Moxley. A lot of people get tired of him winning, but he called the audible last night, and you could see him interacting with the ref, like count, like telling him to do something, and the ref wouldn't do it because the ref didn't. The Moxley changed the finish. I guess the ref was waiting for the call from backstage, I guess through the earpiece, but Moxley told him like, "Yo, count, 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 count." And Moxley made the audible at the end of the match. Ray Phoenix is now a Triple Crown, not a Grand Slam, but a Triple Crown champion in AEW, former AEW Tag Champion, six man, and now he's the international AEW International Champion. I thought it was All Atlantic. I guess they changed it, but yeah, he's the International Champion. Um, yeah, it was a good move, good play by Moxley. He could have been, he could have been on some. It's about me, me, me. I'm gonna pull a Austin. You remember Austin got spiked by Owen? He still continued with the finish. Yeah, he could have pulled one of those and just walked out there with his belt. But you know, But shout out to Moxley for that call, though. I respect him for that. I really respect Moxley for that call. That was a good call for him. Very veteran move, very leadership. Shows who's the leader of that locker room. You know, what else happened last night? Sammy and Jericho. Once again, before I get to Sammy and Jericho, Moxley and Ray Phoenix, they have great chemistry. Like, I don't know what it is, but their chemistry is like, oh man, it's just poetic justice, man. It's just perfect. I love Ray Phoenix. I'm a big fan of Ray Phoenix and his brother Penta. Big fan ever since one of our members of the Wrestling Talks and Thoughts group chat, Keys, introduced me to the Lucha Bros. Big fan of them too, man. Big fan. Shout out to Saheed the Dream in the building. But yeah, big fan of Ray Phoenix. I'm glad that I hope they keep this title on him for a long time. I hope they didn't do it. I hope they didn't put the belt on. I mean, I know Monty was supposed to win, but I'm glad he made that audible. It was a great call. You know, with Wrestle Dream coming up October 1st, we could probably get a dream match out of Ray Phoenix and somebody from New Japan. But yeah, great match. That match I gave it like a 7 out of 10. Eddie, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Eddie and Claudio, I gave that an 8 out of 10. And it was a great move to have them start the show off, though. Great call by Tony Khan to have them start the show off. Jericho and Sammy. Yeah, every time you think Jericho's done, this guy surprises you. Like, he surprised you. Like, I know Sting is done. All right? But Jericho, I think he has plenty of miles left in his engine. I'm telling you right now. Jericho, every time I say this guy needs to go home, he just surprises me even more. From Will Ospreay match to now this Sammy match. He made Sammy look good last night. Catching a cold breaker off a 450 shooting star press and caught him and connected with a cold breaker of a shooting star press is amazing. Even though I thought Sammy broke his neck, you know, the way he sells sometimes, Sammy scares me. His selling, he scares the hell out of me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. But the big part of the match, if everybody remembers the ending of the match, if you go back to WrestleMania 19, I think Jericho and Michaels, Seattle, when Michaels first came out of retirement, I think one of them, his first WrestleMania in like 4 years or something like that. And the low blow incident at the end, they did that same scenario all over again. But this time it was Sammy low blowing Jericho. And then Jericho with the hug around the waist, like, oh, looking at him like, why'd you do it? Yeah, it was kind of, they replayed that moment. And then Sammy wearing the same trunks that Jericho wore at that Mania.